Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. This is Future Trading with Mike, and today is the 28th of July. It is Thursday morning. It's 9:40 now. The market is actually opened up, but I wanted to kind of get this video off my chest and put it out there to the community so you guys can watch it as well. Because I think it's some good pointers or tips that probably a lot of you guys are already doing, but it's more, the videos today, the topic at hand is really about how to get yourself mentally prepared, psychologically speaking. First thing in the morning, before you start sitting down at your desk, opening your charts up, or if you have your charts already open, before you start actually getting in front of that computer screen and start looking at the market, before you put your eyes, before you even lay your eyes on your charts, what's some things to do to kind of get you mentally prepared for this business each and every morning. So from my point of view, the things are a perspective of some things that I actually do, which I think that it helps mentally condition yourself to put you in the right mode each morning or mood each morning to start wanting to, do this trade, because we struggle as people sometimes to get ourselves going in the mornings, and we always have to have something inspiring to kind of push us each day, whatever the case is. I mean, even though we should all get a natural high on life, right? Because it's a gift, because we never know when our time may cease or whatever the case is. I mean, we're not here forever, and the time that we are here is we want to make a footprint and point or lay out a path for other people to follow. So that's why I really started this channel. I started for more so a self-reflection of looking at my own trades, but I started figuring out that there's tons of people out there that are on the same journey, the same path. And today I just really wanted to hit at home some tips that may try to help you along each morning to get you mentally prepared. And first and foremost, when you get up in the morning, I don't know what you guys do, but of course we all get up, get ourselves prepared, get ourselves ready, dressed, and take care of hygiene and everything else. But you gotta make sure you get something on that stomach, right? You have to make sure you get a well-balanced breakfast. Me, I like to drink coffee every once in a while, but I have to have orange juice in the morning. I love orange juice, and I kind of don't like it too strong. I kind of dilute it a little bit with just a little bit of water. But what I'm trying to really say is that get something in your belly, get something in your system to where you can kind of revitalize yourself when you get up in the morning, because your body's already burnt throughout the night. Everything maybe you've eaten the night before, whatever the case is, dinner or snacked on, or a light dinner, or whatever the case is. But you got to get some nutrients in your body so that the brain can start to think, get mentally prepared each morning, right? So prepare yourself that way. Also, another thing that works great is spend a little time each morning exercising. A lot of people probably don't exercise. I'm not telling you to exercise, not telling you what to do, but kind of get up in the morning, stretch, maybe walk around, your area, your neighborhood, or whatever the case is, bike ride. It's best to kind of do those type of things early in the morning, especially with the heat, depending on, the zone or the area across the globe where you live at. But I know here in the States, in most places, we've been struggling with lots of heat this summer. It's been extremely hot. And so, you want to tend to do those things kind of early in the morning. But those kind of things, tip one, those things, getting yourself up in the morning and getting a balanced breakfast, getting the nutrients in you, getting some exercise going, stretching your body out will put you in the right mind frame. Some people like to meditate or whatever the case is. So it all depends on you as a person, what your preference is according to your lifestyle, maybe your culture or whatever the case is. But whatever that may be, get yourself up to be able to put the body in a condition, in the mind, in the right place to where you can actually get yourself going, okay, before you even start to sit down in front of that computer screen, all right? Get that mind, get yourself mentally, get the juices flowing in the morning. Number two, the second thing before I actually get started in the morning is, I'm going to say this, tip two, is I do not, and I'm stressing this, I do not look at any news media. When I say that, I mean news reporting outlets and things like that. I don't turn the TV on. I don't be sitting there in front of the television looking at the news, trying to depict what the reporters are saying or financial analysts are saying about what's going on in the markets, whatever the case is. Guys, a long time ago I learned something that I stuck with once I heard it and it made sense is I'm going to tell you this and think about it, okay? Trade what you see on your charts, okay? Trade what you see on your charts. And I mean price action. Being able to read the market. And I say this, I'm going to say this again. If you do not know how to read the market, stop here. Stop right here and start over and learn how to read the market, okay? Because without being able to read the market, you will not succeed in this business, all right? So, when I was going back to what I was saying was more so learn how to really read the charts, okay? All right? Trade what you see, okay? Trade based upon what the market conditions are. Trade based upon what the market is actually currently doing. I always say we want to trade like the institutions. We want to be able to follow them and trade like them. So you kind of get your mindset in that same mentality of thinking what are the bigger players at hand trying to really do in the markets. And that's being able to read the charts, and the more you do this, the more you become experienced and skilled at trading and reading what you see going on the charts, okay? And it click. I say that. One day it will click. You may click today, you may click tomorrow. When it does, you'll see, okay? You'll know it, okay? It'll be just a impressive moment, a surprising moment in your life to where it'll make you feel so great about wanting to get up every single day and do this from wherever, okay? And there's no better or greater feeling in the world to be able to work for yourself, to be able to do what you like to do every single day. And don't worry about the money. I keep saying that the money will come. It will follow. Okay, just chase your dream, follow your passion. Okay, and then number 3, what I do is, hey, well, I'm gonna go back to number 2 real quick because it's still at number 2. A lot of people probably asking right now. You're probably asking yourself, what does he mean? He doesn't look at any news, or yeah. I'm not saying that I don't go onto my economic calendar to see what's going on economically, that may impact the markets. I do look at the news events or the economic news events on the economic calendar. I use Forex Factory. Again, I use Forex Factory to see what if we have anything here in the States that are going to impact the markets in any kind of way. And those are major market events. I don't sit there, and I'm not a stickler to sit there and be looking at any news media outlets or whatever the case is online while I'm sitting here trading, whatever the case is. You don't want to be doing that, guys. You want to be able to be focused and concentrated, have 100% concentration on the markets, okay, and not be looking off to the left hand or right hand side of another chart, another monitor, trying to figure out what's going on and chasing the markets behind what the media is saying about in the news about the about the financial markets and things like that. Hey, if you do that, that's a pure distraction, and it will really cause you to lose. Trust me. So I pay attention to what's going on. I'll glance at each morning to see what we have financially, or what's going on the economic calendar that may push or pull the market or has some kind of impact. And we have a major news event. I'll step back and wait for that to kind of clear the air. All right. So yes, I do pay attention to the economic calendar, what's on there. Whether it's FOMC like we had yesterday, whether it's GDP, CPI. Whatever the case it is, employment or employment news or whatever the case is, just different things. I pay attention to the major impactful news events that are on the calendar. I look at that daily before I get started. Okay, I pull it up before I even start looking at my charts. I say, okay, if we got a major news event, say around 9 o'clock or 8:30 in the morning or 10 o'clock, whatever the case is, I stand back. Okay, all right. Yesterday was a big day. We saw how the market ripped. Yesterday when the Chair Powell spoke yesterday on FOMC day. So and the outcome of that was there's going to be a 3/4% or 3/4 point basis increase in the rates or whatever the case is to kind of get the inflation back to a normalized place in the economy, whatever the case is. And so yeah, there are economic events that we all see on the calendars that persuade the markets in some way or another. That will cause the markets to either go up or down, because the market can go in two ways, right? So you just stand back when you see certain things happen, and you know that there's going to be major economic news coming out at a certain time, any given day. So we'll go ahead and move into number 3, and number 3 is where we're going to actually sit down on our charts, okay, to get ourselves prepared before we get to the markets, okay? So, and what does that mean? That means regardless of whatever is included in your trading plan, whatever you have drawn up or wrote up for your plan, follow that, okay? If it's working for you, follow that plan or whatever the case is. Part of my trading each and every morning when I sit down is that I talk about the same thing. Kind of, it's part of my trading plan, but the strategy I actually use is supply and demand. But I sit down and I have to look at things from a higher standpoint. All right, and I hope a lot of you guys I hope you're doing that and not just trading off of one chart or whatever the case is. But you have to be able to see what's sitting out there. You have to be able to look at a higher time frame to kind of form a bias, about what the market may be trying to do. Is it, is it breaking through areas of resistance and making higher highs and higher lows on a higher time frame? If so, then you have to kind of, mentally see what's going on in the market, or visually see what's going on in the market, and mentally prepare yourself to start taking trades in that same direction with the strategy you use. So I have a strategy that I have in place, a plan that I put in place, that I look at the higher time frame. All right, I'm looking at my 60 range. You guys know that. I'm looking to see where how the market is running, meaning, is it moving to the upside, moving to the downside, and then looking at things over the last, a few weeks. We've been making higher highs and higher lows, pushing to the upside. So with that being said, I'm looking for, at that point, looking for trades to go long, in a sense. So I form a bias of how I'm going to trade, based on what the higher time frame is telling me. And then I start to scale down and look for my entries or zones of where I want to trade from, okay? So those are just some things that what I do each and every day to kind of get myself going. I just don't plop myself down in front of my chair, and then every little move, I'm playing a red light, green light game where market's going up, I'm chasing it. Don't ever chase the market. Market's going down, I'm chasing it. No, selling. No, I sit down, I strategically are focused. I'm focused on what's going on, but I always have to see what the bigger picture is telling me. All right, and then I trade accordingly with my lower time frame. So those 3 things kind of get me going in the morning, each and every morning, is getting myself up, making sure I have something balanced to eat. Get some nutrients in my body, exercise, and get my body mentally conditioned right, so I can sit down for a few hours and focus, whatever the case is. And the second part is I stay away from the media news outlets and what they have to say on the television or whatever the case is, or online. I don't be looking at those media reporters and financial analysts and what they're talking about on, because a lot of that stuff is people's opinions. I'm not saying they may not be professionals, whatever the case is, or have experience in their field. I'm just telling you that I trade what I see based on what's going on my charts, and I trade based on just the strategy, based on my plan of how I see the market each and every morning, because the market's always doing something different. Now, like I said, in part of step 2 as well, or tip 2, I do look at the economic calendar, because there are many things that drive the markets, but the economic calendar on those calendars, each and every week or monthly, they're the same type major news events or that reoccur. We see weekly, each month, whatever the case is. All right, so that's the reason why they are highly impactful and has some type of effect on the economy, whatever the case is, especially when it comes to the financial markets, and people trade accordingly. So, but while that's going on, as traders, we step back and we don't trade during those times, whatever the case is. And you can see it on your charts. I mean, the markets get so volatile, it's like you can't trade that mess, right? And then, like I said, tip 3 is like get yourself prepared when you sit down, being able, the first thing to be able to do is read what the market is telling you is trying to accomplish or trying to do, and get that, kind of that summary of what the market's trying to do by looking at your higher time frame charts, and then trade accordingly. So if the market is pushing higher, you really want to be trying to follow in the footprint or the footsteps of the market as it's moving higher. So looking for, I don't know, pullbacks to certain areas on a lower time frame chart where you can follow the same direction as the higher time frame chart. So, but that's pretty much all I have today. Excuse me, guys. I wanted to give you guys just a couple of tips, a couple of things that I do each morning to get myself mentally prepared. Each morning, because you just can't roll out of bed and just jump in front of your computer screens and be like, you have to be able to have some me time or you time to get yourself ready. Whether it's you sit down and I take notes a lot of time too. I have a notepad, and sometimes I'll write down my entries, or, I do back testing as well to be able to see, going back and just kind of looking at it the last few weeks, last several months, just kind of back testing strategies, whatever the case is. And hey, even though I'm an experienced trader, the thing about it is that I'm learning just as much as you guys are, because the markets are always changing. We always want to become better in our craft, right? And so that's what I've learned, that by taking notes, reflecting back testing, doing certain things, looking to see how, because the market's evolving, so the market may be doing something brand new next month or next year or whatever the case is, because we, as retail traders, we don't design what's going on in the markets each day. They have a plan. The institutions do. They have a plan. They know what they want to do. So we just have to be able to grab their coattail and trade like them, or try to trade like them at least, right? So that's all I have for you guys today. I hope you guys appreciate the content. But yeah, drop down in the comment section. I'd like to hear from you guys. I really want to hear from you guys. So leave comments down in the comment section. I'd like to hear from you guys. How do you guys prepare yourself each morning before you actually sit down in front of your chart? What's some things that you actually do to get yourself in a position and to where you're going in the morning before you sit down, So what do you do? I'd like to hear from you guys. I think it's about time we need to kind of start interacting more on the YouTube channel, in the comment sections. Every once in a while, I kind of see the same individuals that leave comments each and every day, and I appreciate you guys. You guys know who you are. So be a part of the team, guys. Interact. Become social. We have the Discord channel up. If you're interested in joining the Discord, find the link to the Discord down in the description portion of the video below. I appreciate everyone tuning in. And that's pretty much all I have for you today. But please make sure to drop a like on the video today, and I'll see you guys in the next one.